Hello children, hope you all are doing good. I have seen your homeworks, you did it well, very good. Likewise, do your homework regularly, okay? You all learned what I have taught you in the previous class? Okay, I will ask you some questions, okay? To test that you have learned or not. Okay, take your homework notebook. Write only the answers, okay? Write it now. The first question is, which is the smallest unit of matter? Which is the smallest unit of matter? Very easy question, is it? And then the second one, which subatomic particle has no charge? Yes, have you all written? Which subatomic particle has no charge? Then the third question, which state of matter has only one upper surface? Which state of matter has only one upper surface? Write only the answers, okay? And then the fourth question, the gravitational pull on the matter is called dash. The gravitational pull on the matter is called dash. Yes, have you all answered? Okay, I'll repeat the question again. Listen carefully and answer, okay? Which is the smallest unit of matter? Then the second one, which subatomic particle has no charge? And then the third question, which state of matter has only one upper surface? And then the fourth question, the gravitational pull on the matter is called dash. Have you all answered, children? Good. I'll recall about what we have learnt in the previous class, okay? Yes, what is the name of the lesson? Matter, is it? Matter. Okay, what is called as matter? Okay, answer me. Anything which occupies space and has mass and is perceived by our senses is called matter. Okay, anything which occupies space and has mass and is perceived by our senses is called matter. Okay, we have learnt about the smallest particles of matter, is it? What are those smallest particles? Molecules, atoms or ions, is it? Molecules, atoms or ions, is it? Then what about atoms? Atoms are the smallest unit of matter, okay? Atoms are the smallest unit of matter. It can be divisible into 3 subatomic particles. Okay? Yes, do you know what are those 3 subatomic particles? Electron, proton and neutron, is it? Electron, proton and neutron. Okay, electron is negatively charged, proton is positively charged and the neutron is negatively charged. Okay? And then we have seen about the states of matter, is it? What are the 3 states of matter? Solids, liquids and gases, is it? Solids, liquids and gases. Okay, what about solid? Solid have definite volume, definite shape and have any number of free surfaces, is it? In the solid we can see many number of free surfaces, is it? Okay, we can touch many free surfaces, so that we can say solids have any number of free surfaces. And then about liquids, liquids have definite mass but it does not have any definite shape, is it? Okay, and then what about the surface? We can touch only the upper surface, is it? So that we can say it has one upper surface. Okay, then about gases, gases have definite mass but not have definite volume or shape, is it? It will occupy the shape and volume of the container, is it? And then what about the free surface? It has no free surface, is it? In this class, we will see about interconversion of matter. Okay, do you know what is meant by interconversion of matter? That means changing states of matter. Okay, changing states of matter. Okay, do you know what are the three states of matter? We have learnt about three states. Yes, what are the three states of matter? Solids, liquids and gases, is it? What are the three states of matter? The three states of matter are solids, liquids and gases. Okay, each and every state can be converted into one another. Okay, each and every state can be converted into one another. Okay, solids can be converted into liquid, or liquid can be converted into gas, gases can be converted into liquid, or also liquid also can be converted into solid. Okay, so this conversion from one state to another state, we will call it as change of state of matter. Okay, or else interconversion of matter. Okay, the conversion from one state to another state is called change of state of matter or interconversion of matter. Okay, children, can you say what is meant by interconversion of matter? Interconversion of matter means change of state of matter from one state to another state and back to its original state. Okay, that is called interconversion of matter. Okay, change of state of matter from one state to another state and back to its original state is called interconversion of matter. Okay, this change is affected by temperature and pressure. Okay, because of some variation in temperature and pressure, the state will change. Okay, this is about interconversion of matter. Can you say what is meant by interconversion of matter? Change of state of matter from one state to another state and back to its original position is called interconversion of matter. Okay, change of state of matter from one state to another state and back to its original state is called interconversion of matter. Okay, children, what is meant by interconversion of matter? The change of state of matter from one state to another state and back to its original state is called interconversion of matter, is it? The change of state of matter from one state to another state and back to its original state is called interconversion of matter. Okay, first of all we will see the conversion of solid to liquid. Okay, is the process of conversion of solid to liquid is called as melting. Okay, the process of conversion of solid to liquid is called melting. Okay, for example, ice cube to water. Okay, if you are placing the ice cube outside means it will melt, is it? It will melt and will get water. That is the example of melting. Okay, okay, when does melting takes place? When does melting takes place? Okay, if you are placing that ice cube outside the fridge, it becomes a liquid. We get water, is it? How that melting takes place? How we get water? Because of heat, is it? In the outside, in the atmosphere, there is some heat, is it? Or else, if we should place that ice cube in the pan and we should heat it, on that time also we will get liquid, is it? Water, is it? So because of heating only melting takes place. Okay, and then in your book they had explained on the basis of the kinetic theory of matter. Okay, but I didn't taught you kinetic theory of matter. In the next class I will taught you the kinetic theory of matter, but today in this class I will explain what is in that. Okay, I'll explain it in simple words. Okay, first we said, yes, the process of conversion of solid to liquid is called melting. What is the example of melting? Ice cube to water, is it? Yes? When will the melting takes place? On heating, the melting takes place, is it? Okay, on heating, if you are putting that ice cubes on the pan and if you are heating means the intermolecular space, that means the gap between the particles increases, okay? Yes, you can see in the picture in page number 8, figure 1.6, you can see. Okay, the gap between the molecules is increasing, is it? If we are heating that ice cube, the gap between the molecules, okay, and the molecules இடையில இருக்கிற ஸ்பேஸ் வந்து இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகுது. ஓகேயா, அந்த ஸ்பேஸ் இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகுறதுனால அதுக்கு இடையில இருக்கிற ஃபோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் அட்ராக்ஷன், ஒவ்வொரு மாலிகூல்ஸுக்கு இடையில இருக்கிற ஃபோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் அட்ராக்ஷன் ஆல்சோ it gets decreases. Okay, what we have learned, on heating the intermolecular space, that means the gap between the particles increases, and then the force of attraction also decreases. Okay, and then we will get the liquid. Okay, what is meant by melting? The process of conversion of solid to liquid is called melting. Example, ice cube to water. Okay, and on heating melting takes place, is it? On heating melting takes place. And then what we have learned, while heating the ice cube, the gap between the particles increases. Okay, and then the force of attraction between the molecules decreases. Okay, gap ஜாஸ்தி ஆகிறதுனால அந்த force of attraction ஒன்று அட்ராக்ட் பண்ணுறது வந்து கம்மி ஆகுது. ஓகே, so that we will get the liquid. Okay, so the process of conversion of solid to liquid is called melting. And for example, ice cube to water. Okay, on heating melting takes place, and while heating the intermolecular space between the particles increases, and then the force of attraction between the particles decreases. So molecules become free and solid starts changing into the liquid state. Okay, because of fusion it takes place. Okay, because of fusion the melting takes place. Okay, yes, have you all clear in this? And the next we will see about liquid to solid, the conversion of liquid to solid. Okay, the conversion of liquid to solid is called freezing or solidification. Okay, the conversion of liquid to solid is called freezing or solidification. Okay, the process of conversion of liquid to solid is called freezing or solidification. Okay, yes, for example, water, if you are freezing that water inside the freezer means we'll get ice cubes, is it? That is the example. Okay, when will this freezing occurs? When will this freezing takes place? On cooling, is it? If you are cooling that water in the fridge means the freezing takes place. Okay, and then here because of cooling what happens? The gap between the particles decreases. Okay, because of cooling the gap between the particles, that means the intermolecular space decreases, so that the intermolecular force of attraction between the particles increases. Okay, because we are cooling that, is it? Because of cooling that the gap between the particles decreases, and then the force of attraction between the particles increases. Okay, and we will get ice cubes. Okay, what about freezing? Freezing is the process of conversion of liquid to solid. Okay, for example, conversion of water to ice cube. Okay, and then when will this freezing occurs? When will this freezing takes place? Freezing takes place on cooling, okay? Freezing takes place on cooling. And then because of cooling, the gap or the space, intermolecular space between the particles decreases, and then the force of attraction, that means the intermolecular force of attraction between the particles increases, okay? The intermolecular space between particles, space, that means the space decreases and the force of attraction increases, okay? Space கம்மியானதும் force of attraction வந்து ஜாஸ்தி ஆயிருது, okay? And then we will get ice cube, okay? This process is called freezing or solidification, okay? Can you all understood, children? Next, we will see about the conversion of liquid to gas, okay? The conversion of liquid to gas, that is vapor. Conversion of liquid to vapor is called vaporization, okay? The conversion of liquid to gas is called vaporization, okay? The process of conversion of liquid to gas is called vaporization, okay? For example, the formation of water vapor on heating water, okay? On heating water, we can see the water vapor, is it? வெண்ணி கொதிக்க வைக்கும்போது ஆவியா பறக்கும், is it? That அந்த ஆவியாதலுக்கு பேர் தான், that means vaporization, okay? We can see the vapors, is it? That is called vaporization. The process of conversion of liquid into gas is called vaporization. Yes, when does vaporization takes place? On boiling, is it? That means on heating. On heating, vaporization takes place, okay? Because of heating, the gap, the space between the molecules increases, okay? The space between the molecules increases, and because of the intermolecular space increases, the force of attraction decreases, okay? And the molecules இடையில இருக்கிற gap வந்து ஜாஸ்தியானதுனால force of attraction வந்து decrease ஆயிடும், okay? The intermolecular space between the molecules increases and the intermolecular force of attraction decreases, okay? And finally we will get the vapor, okay? So what we have learnt in vaporization, the process of conversion of liquid to gaseous state is called vaporization, okay? For example, the formation of water vapor on heating water, okay? When does vaporization takes place? Vaporization takes place on heating, okay? And then what is the next point we have learned? The intermolecular space between the molecules of the liquid increases and the intermolecular force of attraction decreases, okay? And finally, we will get vapors. We can see vapors, okay? This is called vaporization. Can you all understand, children? Next, we will see about the conversion of gaseous state to liquid state, okay? The conversion of gas to liquid. Yes, what is meant by the conversion of gas to liquid? That is called liquefaction or condensation, okay? The conversion of gas to liquid is called liquefaction or condensation, okay? Yes, what is the example? Water vapor. If the water vapor changes into water, that is called liquefaction or condensation, okay? After boiling, while boiling we can see vapors, is it? While boiling water we can see vapors, is it? After that, if you had placed the lid, ஆவி வந்ததும் ஒரு லிட்டை தூக்கி அந்த இது மேலே போட்டுட்ட அப்படின்னா என்ன ஆகும்? After some time, if you had taken the lid and see, means we can see the water droplets there, is it? That is called liquefaction or condensation, okay? Yes, see in the book, page number 9. gaseous state to liquid state. The process of changing the state of matter from gases to liquid state without any fall in temperature is called liquefaction. Okay, there will be any fall in temperature. Okay, the process of changing the state of matter from gaseous to liquid state without any fall in temperature is called liquefaction or condensation. Okay, yes. When will this condensation or liquefaction takes place? On cooling, is it? வெந்நியை கொதிக்க வைக்கும்போது water vapor வரும், is it? ஆவி வரும். At that time, if you have placed the lid there, means in the lid you can see the water droplets, is it? So on cooling the condensation takes place. Okay, and then here, because of cooling, the intermolecular space decreases, and then the intermolecular force of attraction increases. Okay, because it is cooling, the gap between the molecules are decreasing. Okay, gap வந்து decrease ஆகுறதுனால force of attraction between the molecules are increasing. Okay, and finally we'll get the water. That is the process of conversion of gaseous state to liquid state is called condensation or liquefaction. Okay, can you all understood? The next we will see about the conversion of solid state to gaseous state. Okay, the conversion of solid directly changing into gas, that means vapor, is called sublimation. Okay, the process of conversion of solid directly changing into gaseous state, that is called sublimation. Okay, for example, camphor. Do you know what is camphor? Have you heard this? Camphor in Tamil, chudam. Okay, we can use it for puja. Okay, now chudate pothunona ennaagum, it will burn at it will directly changes into vapor, is it? So that it is the example of sublimation. Okay, and then when will sublimation takes place? Sublimation takes place while heating. Okay, so because of heating, the intermolecular space will be increasing, is it? The intermolecular space will be increasing, and so that the intermolecular force of attraction will be low. That means the intermolecular force of attraction decreases. Okay, and then the next, what does mean by sublimation? The process of conversion of solid to vapor state, that is gaseous state, is called sublimation. And for example, camphor is the example of sublimation. Okay, because you are heating, the intermolecular space increases and the intermolecular force of attraction decreases. Okay, and then in the book they said sublimation is also possible in the absence of heat. Okay, without heating also sublimation takes place, they said. Okay, in some cases. That was not given detail. This is enough for us. Okay, example of sublimation is camphor. Okay, they are given some other examples: naphthalene, camphor, sublime at room temperature. Okay, these camphor and naphthalene sublimes in room temperature also. சூடத்தை வந்து சும்மா ரூம் டெம்பரேச்சரில் வச்சுருந்தாலே அது வந்து ஆவியாகி போயிடும், is it? So that they said sublimation takes place in the absence of heat itself. Okay, so have you all understood, children? And the next thing we are going to see is deposition. Have you heard this word deposition anywhere? Deposition. Okay, it is a thermodynamic process. Okay, deposition is a thermodynamic process. It is a conversion of gas to solid. Okay, It is the conversion of gaseous state to solid state. Solid state. How it will be changed from gaseous state to solid state? Okay, in the earlier days we had used in chimneys, is it? In the chimneys, some soot particles will be there, is it? That soot particles that is deposited on the walls of chimney is the example of deposition. Chimney தீ பொறுத்துனா கொஞ்சம் கரி மாதிரி ஒரு இது வரும்லமா, that is called deposition. Okay, கரி மாதிரி படிஞ்சிருக்கும், கொஞ்சம் கூல் ஆனோன்னா அப்படி கருப்பு கலர்ல கரியா இருக்கும். Is it? We can touch it in your hands. Is it? கையெல்லாம் அப்படி கரியாகும். Is it? That is called deposition. Okay, can you all understand? Deposition is a thermodynamic process. The process of conversion of gaseous state to solid state is called deposition. Okay, for example, soot that is deposited on the walls of chimney. Okay, simply we can say that in Tamil, curry. புகஞ்சு வந்ததுக்கு அப்புறம் சேர்ல எல்லாம் படிஞ்சிருக்கும் இல்லனா கையில தொட்டு பார்க்கலாம் curry. Is it? That is example of deposition. Okay, yes, have you all understood all these? In this class we have learnt about interconversion of matter. Is it? In this class we have learnt about interconversion of matter. What is meant by interconversion of matter? The change of state of matter from one state to another state and back to its original state is called interconversion of matter. Yes, we have seen about melting. Is what is meant by melting? The process of conversion of solid state to liquid state is called melting. For example, ice cube, is it? The formation of ice cube into water, that is called melting. Okay, and then we have learnt about freezing or solidification. Is it? What is meant by freezing or solidification? The process of change from liquid state to solid state at a particular temperature is called freezing or solidification. The process of conversion of liquid state to solid state is called solidification. Okay, liquid state to solid state means, what is the example? If you are freezing the water inside the fridge means you will get ice cube. Is it? That is the example of solidification or freezing. And then the next we have learnt about vaporization. Is it? The process of conversion of liquid to gaseous state, that is vapor state, is called vaporization. Is it? If you are boiling the water, we will see vapors. Is it? That is called vaporization. And then the next one is liquefaction. Liquefaction, the process of conversion of gas into liquid, is called liquefaction or condensation. Okay, if you are changing the gas to liquid state, that is called liquefaction or condensation. We said yes. வெண்ணெய் கொதிக்க வச்சிட்டு ஆவி வந்த வெண்ணெயை கொதிக்க வச்சு if we place a lid in the top means we can see the water droplets. Is it in the lid? That is called liquefaction or condensation. Okay, and then the next is sublimation. The process of conversion of solid directly changes into gaseous state. Solid directly changes into gaseous state is called sublimation. Okay, for example, camphor. We said camphor, is it? Chudam. And then the last we have learnt about deposition. Okay, yes, what is called deposition? Deposition is the thermodynamic process of the conversion of gas into solid is called deposition. For example, we said in Tamil, curry. Is it? Okay, these are the things we have learnt in this class. Okay, yes, copy down your classwork, children. Use ink pen to write in classwork notebook and homework notebook. Okay, just write neatly. Have you all completed, children? Okay, we'll read it, okay? Fill in the blanks. The process of changing solid to liquid is called melting or fusion, okay? The process of changing solid to liquid is called melting or fusion, okay? If the intermolecular space between the particles decreases, the intermolecular force of attraction increases, okay? Space decrease irundaduna force of attraction increase agum, okay? If the intermolecular space between the particles decreases, the intermolecular force of attraction increases, okay? And then process of conversion of solid to gaseous state is called sublimation, okay? Process of conversion of solid to gaseous state is called sublimation, okay? Das is the example of sublimation. Camphor is it? We have learned. Camphor is the example of sublimation. And then das is a thermodynamic process. Deposition. Deposition is the thermodynamic process, is it? And then the last one, the conversion of gases to liquid state is called liquefaction or condensation, okay? The conversion of gaseous state to liquid state is called liquefaction or condensation, okay? Have you all copied your classwork, children? Okay. And your homework is, you're going to write about the states of matter. That means the interconversion of matter that we have learned today. Is it? What are the interconversion of matter? Melting, freezing or solidification, vaporization, liquefaction, sublimation and deposition, okay? Simply write what you had understood in this class, okay? If you had understood the conversion of solid to liquid is called melting, you should write an example and you should write on heating melting takes place, and then because of heating the intermolecular space between the particles increases and the intermolecular force of attraction decreases, okay? That's all about melting. And then about freezing, the process of conversion of liquid state to solid state is called freezing or solidification. Because of cooling, freezing takes place and the intermolecular space between the particles decreases and the intermolecular force of attraction increases, okay? Should write the example there, okay? And then about vaporization, the process of conversion of state of matter, it is liquid to gaseous state. That means vapor state is called vaporization. Because of heating, this vaporization takes place and then the intermolecular space between the molecules increases and the intermolecular force of attraction decreases, okay? Likewise, you are going to write up to deposition, okay? That is your homework. Just write what you had understood in this class, okay? Learn up to what I have taught you, okay? Learn properly and write the homework and send it, okay? Thank you, students.